It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Reports Podcast.
Okay, ASAP Rocky.
Let's talk about it.
ASAP Rocky was in Sweden.
Yes.
Did you see the video, Neff?
I have not seen the video.
He's getting followed by two people.
Yes,
they won't
harassing.
leave him alone. ASAP and the security keep telling him over and over, stop following us. Leave us alone, bro. Like they say the guys are like grabbing girls' butts and saying that with ASAP. ASAP's like, bro, get away from us. Like y'all not with us.
Him.
They
attacked the bouncer. They
attacked the bouncer. They hit the bouncer.
Yep.
And eventually, ASAP and his crew beat the guys up. Mm-hmm. Now ASAP
threw him around a little, like minor beat up.
Yeah, they kept missing punches. I hate why do people miss punches when they jump? Like it's the weirdest thing to me.
Son,
it's like
it ain't. Yeah.
So anyway, now ASAP's in jail in Sweden. They say he's in inhumane conditions. Somebody emailed me today and said there's no such thing as inhumane conditions in Sweden. I don't know. I've never been in jail.
Well, we have someone here.
That's why we got to bring Alex on. Alex was in this situation
or as
earlier
we call
this
this
year.
is ASAP Media.
No, let her. I can't wait to hear his nickname you have for him. So tell your situation real quick, Alex.
So got into a fight with a bouncer in Sweden. Sweden bouncers are public officials.
Okay.
So that's why I got charged with crime. The first 3 days when you get locked up, they do this intentionally to everybody they lock up. Mm-hmm. They throw you in a dark, cold room. I had just a T-shirt and some sweats that didn't even fit me. I was on the yoga mat. That is correct. The room was dirty as hell. It was
like, yoga mats?
Like, I mean, that's it. That's all they give
you. Downward dog, baby.
So your
Makes it
first
easier.
day was solitary confinement, basically?
Basically, yeah. I didn't speak to anybody for like the first 12 hours I was locked up. Didn't get food. They gave me water, but didn't get food for the first 12 hours I was locked up. It was cold, quiet. So it's like you have no idea what's happening. And they do that tactic to scare you. Hopefully, when they let you out, you just want to admit to everything.
Yeah.
And cop, please.
So that's probably what they're doing to ASAP now.
Yeah. And then with people who aren't citizens, they don't give them bail. They don't really have a bail system in general, but citizens they'll let out because they know they're going to come back. Mm-hmm. But non-citizens, they don't even give you the option of.
So after 3 days, where did they put you? Because somebody emailed me today and said that the prison situations in Sweden are like hotels.
Yeah. So after that, after the 3 days, then I actually, the prosecution said they were going to charge me or press charges. So now they moved me to a prison, and that was a cakewalk.
What was the thing that when we were there?
Don't say it's a cakewalk because you wouldn't go back.
I wouldn't go back. I mean, just
compared to jail.
Yeah.
Having friends in jail, you know that there's a difference. So what was the thing that I was at? That was a pre-trial or that was the trial?
That was the pre-trial to determine if I was going to get charged.
Got you. Okay.
So they had you in a room in solitary confinement before a pre-trial hearing where you were able to say guilty, non guilty, no contest, plead the fifth kind of thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, so ASAP's situation is wild because you connect me with his people, right? And I was just trying to give,
and his lawyer. I can't remember his lawyer's name.
And his manager's out there, and I was just trying to give them any, advice based on what we went through. In that,
you spoke to him?
Yeah, I spoke to them both. And their shit is, they're just trying to make an example out of him. Like, his case is way weaker than yours. Like, way weaker. Like, you actually...
John and Amon.
Yeah.
And Brian.
So, and it's like, one, nobody was allowed to speak at his pretrial.
At whose pretrial? ASAP or Alex?
ASAP.
Oh, he already
Alex,
had a pretrial.
I spoke. I was on the stand for his, right? And I was able to, I was able to give information that then the prosecutor could use and the lawyer, Alex's lawyer, could use to defend a case. So ASAP's at the pretrial, the bouncer who's still in Sweden, the bodyguard who was attacked first, wasn't even allowed to speak. You would think the first thing they would do is let that guy go, hey, yeah, we were attacked first. First of all, they gave him all the videos that showed that they were attacked first. They can't even find the two dudes. They can't even
That's what I thought was crazy. Where the two dudes at? Why the two dudes not in jail?
And this is what I want to know. Okay, so the bouncer wanted to press charges against them on some they attacked me, they threw their fucking headphones and shit on me, all this kind of stuff. So then this what I thought was crazy. The prosecution asked for another 2 weeks. Did that happen with us?
That happened with me.
Okay. So the prosecution is like, we're here for 2 weeks already. We want another 2 weeks so we can continue looking into this case. Mm-hmm. What I think that they're doing is going, hey, we know that there's no case. but we want to make an example out of any Americans or artists or black people specifically. This is a racist ass country, Sweden, bro. Racist as fuck. You think because they got women's rights and gay rights that they're like super progressive? Racist. Okay. I think they basically like, okay, let's make an example of this motherfucker. Huge example made out of him. We'll keep him in as long as we can because we know once this goes to trial, the case is going to get thrown out. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think in a month where it's actually going to go to trial,
they'll most likely find something to charge him with, because that's what my lawyer told me. He was like, they're going to charge you with something because if you get held, you get paid a certain amount per day you're held. But if you're found innocent.
But if the video clearly shows that he played peacemaker prior to being arrested,
that's the
they'll still find
there's
something.
no probable cause.
Like they'll still find something.
So what they're basically gonna do is they're gonna find something and they'll go, hey, you're charged with this. The punishment for that is a month in jail. It just so happens you've been in jail for a month. So you could plead guilty and walk away, or we could take this to trial. And naturally, if you're an American, you want to get the fuck out of here. You're like,
Right,
so you're saying I'm out? Boom. And that's what happened with you? Yeah. So Alex just pled guilty to whatever. He leaves. They give him a fine. He never got to pay it because he's not going back. None of us going back.
But this doesn't show up here as a part of your criminal case.
Fuck all that.
Like there's no record here of that happening.
Fucked up. So they're making him.
It's okay, but not okay. Is there a U.S. consulate there?
There is. They don't do shit.
So that's what
I think that's where my formal complaint would be. I mean, and I'm not. He has
Embassy
attorneys.
can't do a thing.
Yo, check this out.
They can't do anything because the government is immune
Because
to.
they're what's it called, neutral country.
Yeah, they're like
that?
completely independent. They don't have any like treaty to do anything with us. And second of all, this is the wild shit with the ASAP thing, is the Swedish government blocked the embassy from helping, or the consulate from helping. They blocked access. So that's how you know. And also, I was speaking to his manager. His manager said, listen, I'm not trying to bring up the race card because he didn't know that they're fucking racists out there.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm not trying to bring up the race card, but this is the first time that hip-hop acts have headlined every major music festival in the country this year for like the first time. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I think that might be their government setting this tone. Like, yo, we don't play this shit. If you're going to come here, you better play by the rules.
Right.
Better
So when you
act
see all these rappers posting, stuff like, I'm not going to Sweden no more until they free ASAP, the country's probably like, good.
That's what they want.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
one, too, and also you're gonna perform wherever they pay you. Shut the fuck up. The idea that like performers have this thing that they're really gonna boycott. It's like you're gonna go to Saudi Arabia where the women can't even drive a car. You definitely gonna
Nikki
go.
just pulled out of Saudi Arabia.
She did?
Yeah, this week.
Ooh,
Yeah, yesterday. She was
good
like, I'm
for
not going to
Nikki.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
Good for Nikki. She gonna still get them clothes made in a sweatshop. But good for Nikki.
Okay, well, another point. You want to say something else?
No, this is something that's completely new to me. The idea of blocking the U.S. Embassy would say, then why do we have a U.S. Embassy there to begin with?
No point.
I mean, you don't, even if you're a neutral like government, why have a U.S. Embassy there? And if not, why not? I'm not a part of his legal team. There has to be some type of complaint or paperwork that can be filed here in the United States that in somehow, way, shapes or form gives them some type of power there.
100%.
And the idea that if, let's say the government didn't want any of these acts and it is, a racist, then they should have thought about that before that, the rappers or singers, whoever, were asked to come to the country.
Come to the festival.
Like if you really have that big of an issue with it,
Here's
then
how-
you should have quelled that prior to if that's your situation.
You know how fucked up this shit is? They went to the show, right? Did the show, and the police, I guess, came. They were like, hey, we want to like talk to you about this, because that's what they say. They go, oh, we just want to talk to you, right? They said that to Alex. Oh, your boy's going to be fine. We're going to pick him up tomorrow. We just want to talk to him. So we're like, all right, fine. Just go in there, Al. I'm going to get you in a few hours. They said the same thing. They're like, listen, don't come to the festival. We'll come willingly after the show. So they let him do the show. And then right after you're done doing the show and everything's over, lock the fuck up.
Well, we took a shit before you went. Shit. That's the worst thing, to have to go into jail and have to take a shit.
Oh, I can shit anywhere. I don't care.
So we all have some empathy for ASAP in this situation, right?
100%.
All right. Okay, let me read this. Mm-hmm. This is ASAP Rocky being asked in 2015.
Oh, boy.
By the Source magazine. In reference to the police killings of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. Do you ever feel like you're being forced to address these issues? ASAP says, they're not forcing me to do shit. I'm just going to stay black and die. Why? Because I'm black. So every time something happens because I'm black, I got to stand up. What the fuck am I? Hal Sharpton now? I'm ASAP Rocky. I did not sign up to be no political activist. I want to talk about my motherfucking lean, my best friend dying, the girls that come in and out of my life, the jiggy fashion that I wear, my new inspirations in drugs. I don't want to talk about no fucking Ferguson and shit because I don't live over there. there. I live in fucking Soho and Beverly Hills. I can't relate. I'm in the studio. I'm in these fashion studios. I'm in these bitches' drawers. I'm not doing anything outside of that. That's my life. Now, whenever people are posting about ASAP saying, hey, you know, free ASAP, free the guy, it's a whole other group of people on social media saying, fuck him because of those comments.
But can't you grow maybe? Maybe he was a young kid in the
How
game.
long ago were the comments
2015.
made?
So it's 4 years ago. The kids,
Yeah.
how old is ASAP? 20?
I don't even know.
Early 20s maybe?
I don't even know. I'll say this. I think his comments were stupid, but
A lot can change in 5 years, bro.
I don't even think it's the time. I think that Malcolm X once said, I'm for justice no matter who it is for or against.
Right.
And you can't pick and choose when you stand up for injustice based off who you like and don't like.
Right, because that injustice is going to affect you regardless.
Absolutely.
Right, 100%.
Absolutely. Rocky made those comments and they were dumb, but I bet when he comes home, he
He has
will
new
truly
perspective.
understand
Yeah.
why you have to stand up for people that have experienced injustice. So I just think it's wild corny for people to be like, fuck him. So do you care about injustice that happens to black people in this world, or do you care about ASAP Rocky?
Right.
Because
Right.
even if I didn't
And
like
crucifying him for comments he made years ago.
Yeah, even if I didn't like ASAP Rocky, I wouldn't care. I would still want justice for this young man because what happened to him is indeed unjust. And as Martin Luther King Jr. said, an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice
Everywhere.
Everywhere. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
That's it. So, like, don't be upset when people are saying free ASAP Rocky because guess what? They may not even care about ASAP Rocky, but they may have saw the video and realize that what's happening to him is wrong. And realizing that could be any of us at any given time. That's called empathy, people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just a little goddamn common sense.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that.
And you know, if nobody posted that video, that he wouldn't be locked up.
Really?
Yeah. They found out about it because people were posting that video.
Oh.
So all you motherfucking world star this, world star that
Yeah.
people sharing fight videos all the time, you got your boy locked up.
Wow. We should only share fight videos when it's like the baby going in on Cam Coldheart. Those are the, like, only share the good ones. You know what I'm saying?